Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's Jack with AVP, continuing more Final Fantasy 14. Today is episode 3, and yours abound. We're gonna start going, I think, doing some engines and stuff. It's a pretty exciting time. As always, I hope you're doing good. Whatever's going on, keep pushing. I'm gonna, I'm a little bit of a sad time myself, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Sometimes things can happen, and you want to react or you want to do something and it can cause more problems. The best thing to do is sit down, take a breather, count to 10, and just remember that you'll be 2 years from this, whatever it is. I used to know this girl back in high school that taught me that whatever hardships happen, it's like her little motto, I'll be 2 years from this. Basically, I'll be 2 weeks from this. We're not always going to be. Appreciate all of you. Let's get into it. Just gotta remember to keep it going. Let's have some fun. Q. All right. Guess I'll drink some water. Oh boy. I got these books here because I want to try and teach myself how to draw some like manga or something. I want to do something with that, so got these books and I'm gonna try to teach myself how to draw. Hopefully, though, we'll start seeing some stuff coming out here in the next year or two or something. Magic stick. Gonna eat some food. I don't think we've unlocked other things yet. Just gotta get my bearings. Yeah, see, I did some. Excuse me. I did some gathering stuff on the side. But I'm gonna start leveling those up. So I couldn't really do too much. We had stuff going on this weekend, but when I'm not on streaming, I'm gonna be working on these things. I won't be doing them too much on stream while we're trying to get through MSQ because we got a lot to get through. We got a lot of expansions, so that's pretty much to catch you up. Rising to the challenge. We all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owners tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. Okay, so I'm going to deliver this book. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogaden, yeah, who enjoyed his drink, seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars, Quintanian. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Bateron docked my wages. Well, I mean, you're not supposed to be giving away things for free. I used to be a servant. You can't be doing that. Very occasionally. Beard is only scalp deep. What's this? Oh, yeah, this is that glass. You're either a brave man or a fool, friend, to be wandering the streets of Limsa tonight. What with the slasher of fishermen's bottom on the loose? You've not heard? There's a madman about. Why, it's said he brandishes blades so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you didn't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation. To start with, you might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. Shudder. Egads. Have I seen who? Look, just 'cause I spend more nights at the wench than in me own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute. That bloody book. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tired arse bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for Aliport. Aye, where else, the scurvy sop? Nimia willin', he's stranded at the ferry docks, though the gods know it won't help me get my gill back. Rude. Yeah, we'll be back to him. Oh, no, I mean, we're here, right? The main quest, we can pick it up. Yeah. Just keep it up. Same as we were doing before. It's probably pirates. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Stasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aliport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Doesn't sound like much I know. But it weren't too long ago as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Jabroni, huh? Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Rainer? Commodore, there we go, Commodore, not Comrade. Commodore Rainer, come to make sure me patrons are behaving or just thirsty. Neither. In fact, I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aliport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Stasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search the Stasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead, and any aid you offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. All right, head nod. Then it's settled. Stasha is located in western Lot Nosea. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult the Melpa? She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower dock. You're the man. Good luck to ye, lad. Yee! To ye. Over here. I gotta. You get to hold 30 quests, though. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him, toss him in gaol, and throw away the key. Or gut him and feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something. Woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage, foregoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation of this day. What's so special about today, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned aesthetician in Limsa. My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious Levinson oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I find myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. Oh, there it is. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame. Is there not one sympathetic ear in this entire region? An artiste of my renown should be welcomed, with open arms and a 21-cannon salute. Instead, I am branded a criminal. The tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person, like barnacles from the side of a frigate. This guy, man, they got the way of words in this game. I will not last long in my weakened state. Not even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breaths, I speak unto you three names, three kind souls who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master Hamnanza of Naldik and Vimelius, Guildmaster Beaton of the Gridanian Cockaters Guild. Oh, I know that guy. And Severin at the Severus? No, Severian, right? At the Alchemist Guild in Ul'dah. If there is an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out and tell them Jandalane sent you. When my soul is restored and my name rightfully cleared, all of Limsa, nay, the entire realm, will sing of your praises. For I, Jandalane, am none other than the Alright, and then okay, so you can go straight down. And that's the armor. Pick up that piece. Yeah, I'm almost level 30, so I think we're gonna be getting the white mage today. I myself am tonight. I'm gonna go see Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I can't wait. But I like Spider-Man. We'll go see Brand New Day today. Heard good things. Jandalane sent you? Let me guess. The barming fool's lost his tools. Pardon me. The appendages of his very soul again. And is thrashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. The man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whining. Or winging, I guess. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I'll graft the next pair onto his bloody hands. That's fair. That's fair. I guess he does this often. I mean, that would be annoying. But, I mean, as long as he pays, that do the work, right? Who cares? Yeah, so I'm going to pick up Hard Culinarian, and then I'll gathering those so that I can get my own consumables. Okay. Save that money. If you have business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure await. Here's your book, buddy. My journal. Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No, a shame that. For this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I don't say so myself. Which I believe I just did. You've the air of adventure about you, if one still untested. But take heart. Even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams and sense. Were there only some way for me to repay you? But of course, I've a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own, that one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds? And with that, I shall be off for adventure, and a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the wench, do thank the Ellison fellow for his generosity. Okay. So he basically got away with that guy buying all his stuff. What a jerk. Now we got the challenge log, huh? Woo-wee. Look at that. Ding. Whoa, whoa, those immediate. Okay. So I like being support. Is that the Dark Knight? That's sick. Trying to go for these like support back on the back line. Alright, cool, we got it. Voila. Magnetic. You're here about Commodore Rayner's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Elport. Once you arrive in Western Eorzea, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of Novice before you blunder into Sasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the sea ground. The hall is on the way to Sasha, just north of Elport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Got like a gathering thing over here, but at least I'll have the fast travel now. So I'll come back later. Do all those after. Now we're getting into the thing where we're just gonna do main quests. We open up the places and we can do these things on the fly or something, right? Get the blue ones. You need a work lad. The name's Orwin, and I'm a representative of the Adventurers Guild. Notice the hat? I keep a record of tasks what the locals need doing, then dole them out to adventurers what look capable. Now you look capable, but the last sod I reckoned was tough enough got his face bit off by a bleeding wharf rat. You need to prove to me you can handle me jobs. Take a look at this here task. Does that seem like something you could do? Yeah, dude. This Beckon, right? Beckon. Add you to favorites. Add you to the hot bar. Add this. Beckon. Let's go get the touch the butt first. Oh, that's a cool, it's like a mermaid or something. Like that statue. Let's take a gander. Let's see. Oh, wow. Pretty neat. Like a mermaid, yeah. Come along, Con. big dust bat. This wind is blowing on my lip, making me kind of dry. I want to try to stay cool off, you know? The afternoon, it's warm out here. This one. Good, we'll go after you. See? Why I'm here, buddy. I got a rock. The biggest rock. What the hell? So the biggest rock. Here we go. All right. Danke schön. Bitte, bitte. Turn this way. Complete the task, have you? Then you need only collect your reward. Catch me. Bring out this one. I have to clench my jaw, you know, like a teeth grinder. I always have to be aware. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are too brave the depths of Sastasha Sigrat. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales, whatever you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of what group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedule. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. Alright. Hello. When you have mastered all of that our masters have to teach, then it would be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Sigrat, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Alright. I guess we're gonna do this. Okay, a little. Do I have your full attention? Then let us proceed. This training exercise focuses on evasion. An enemy often tips his hand before a big attack, so you must learn when to adjust your position. Success hinges upon your ability to avoid being struck. Any questions? You can begin as soon as you are ready. I'm ready. Go. We'll get the boarding attack. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Alright. I think if you're a new player, you should definitely go through this. It'll teach you how to do the stuff easier. Good show. Learning to avoid the obvious attack is a skill all adventurers need. Those who insist on standing still won't long survive the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of my lessons will earn you a piece of equipment to aid you in your chosen role. Should you decide you'd like to have a more versatile road drug, simply repeat this same lesson with the other masters to receive armor suited to their specialities. That's all for now. I hope this lesson will serve you well in your adventures. How many are there? So we have... let's see. Only 5? That's good. Pretty much just the training. Now that you understand what is expected, continue flexing damage. Come on. Sounds easy enough. Music, very jazzy. Oh, okay. The green one, obviously. I don't know why you didn't put him in a party with me. Punk. Making me work a little extra hard. Yeah, hello. He's fine. At least there's only 5. I think there was 7 the last time I played this. Got some legs. Got some boots. Run 3. The healing multiple allies. Gonna be better chaotic, must need to learn flexibility. And you're gonna heal a bunch of people. Come on. No. Was it not healing them too? Like, it says to heal multiple, but just here, huh? You can't use your AoE, which is way you would actually heal. Fucking retarded, dude. Why would they do that way? But you have to do it this way, one at a time. This isn't the way you actually play the game. This is stupid. This is actually dumb. This is not the way you're gonna be playing the game. Dumb, 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 dumb. Yes, here's with me. Okay, it's crazy. This is ridiculous. One tier at a time. This is actually not how you're going to be playing, guys. This is done. Rock. Yeah. So it wasn't doing anything to heal them. No AoE thing. Lame. Go. Oh wait, we still have more. I'm not leaving. Defeat the enemy while healing allies and opponents. Just kind of put them all together. You are hit 5 times, you shall start again from the beginning. Boom! It's over, buddy. Thank you. Hello, little one. Thank you. We got one more, and then we can go and do this dungeon, I think. That's what they want us to do. Alright. Getting some new threads. Now we're throwing it all together in a... Come on. Heal. He's like stuck in my pushing. Yeah. I recommend doing these training exercises if you're new, some stuff for you. I got a new ring. Is that new? It increases experience earned by 30% with level 30 and below. I'm already almost 30. Alright. perfect for our inaugural outing as a party. Wandering around in the cave saying a few rocks, how difficult could it possibly be? For real, huh? Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft thought out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have been a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sestasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback-fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. Okay. Oh. Super fast. Alright, first dungeon. Let's do it. Barnacle Reef. Okay. Neat. I gotta check this color, I remember that. Alright. Archer is a beast pulling that aggro. Alright. how's it going? Hope you're doing fantastic. Okay. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing good. Back in gaming. I'm doing pretty good. Let's just get some distance. Throwing rocks. I throw the best rocks. Weird. Oh, at least I'm level 30 now. Greed. I greed everything. Turn it in once I can use it for my fodder for ventures and stuff, I think. If I remember from last time, you do that with the company, right? The turn in deliveries. Shadow Style Reaver. Scurvy Dog. Alright. Go. Now for the captain. 112. Nice. Dead Man's Drink. This is pretty cool. I mean, I like pirates, so I'm very partial to pirates. You know, like the Caribbean pirates like these. Not pulling more than I guess he thinks he can, but he can definitely probably pull more. Right, let him know. So we picked up the tiny key. Picking up quick. Alright. Go. Big rock. The biggest rock. I wonder what Stone 3 is gonna be like. biggest rocks ever. I guess in these old dungeons they'll run on a PS3. The captain. Flint. I trust my tank. I know he's got him. Looks like Squall. Cool. Good help. I'll help for you. And you know we're gonna try to get those juicy grits. Gotta build up to that. I think he's gonna pull this girl back here, isn't it? They kind of have like a zoning thing that they cover. I kind of took the camera for that walk on. There we go. Push. You sully our spawning ground, door walker. Dang. Heading straight up. Straight up killed that fool. That's why there's no honor among these, right? Like, you can't, criminals, it's never a long-lasting cooperation between them. There's not a lot of that. Someone could use that one. These are better than that. I got a 4. I got a 4. I was gonna win that. Now we can go back to the drowning one. That was fun. First dungeon. Okay, this way, 'cause we wanna go the drowning one, right? Okay. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sistasha? Mm-hmm. That's me. It would seem that ship has only not only sailed but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. Indeed. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal, large or small? It matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. Thanks, man. Toodles. Back then, are you? With all your limbs and a tail to tail, I'll wager. The way this guy talks. Like a pirate. Fishbacked? And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 hells. Ye turned your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastard set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sistasha. Of course, any road. All's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank ye for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request for our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of an adventurer, but can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Alright. Another dungeon, I guess. Party finder. Alright. Okay. Wow. Wow. Ready? Ready to hear about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for you venturer that survived the bedlam in Sistasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mione, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Oh, Mother Mione. We're going to Gridania. Right, so now we... Right. We gotta go pick up at the Carpenters Guild from Beaton. Alright. What is this? Jack, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Gridania well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond our White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Franchemontio, the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come, and I am sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Making my lips dry. In here. Also pick up our class quest. A message from Dandelion, you say? But he's lost another one. Does the man not understand that wood doesn't simply grow? Actually, it does, at least in a manner of speaking. But the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, his tools were truly an extension of his very being. One would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Jandelaine's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves me much to be desired. Still, it is not my place to judge. Take this to him, and let us both hope that he will right his ways. Mama Maglione. Hello. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come and take your... Oh, it's you. It's so good to see you again. What's that? Here at Batter on suggestion, you say. The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Bro, 32 already? Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Leone, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. What's up, bro? What's up? Well, if it isn't our very own man for all seasons, you certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Jack. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deep Crop. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deep Crop, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. Oh man, cultists. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deep Crop with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter, Jack? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have my gratitude. Once we've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deep Crop and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the Crystal Guard guide you and keep you. This dungeon. We're gonna pick up our next job quest or level 30 thing. Pity. Ah, Jack, your presence here is most welcome. I have another task to which your maturing skills are well suited. Attend me closely. Expansive wounds that ooze corruption have formed throughout the forest after examining the traces of the sizable disturbance you previously claimed. I can only conclude that this phenomenon is the work of a malignant agent. It must be found swiftly, lest the corruption spread, and I would have you assist in the investigation. Guildmaster! You must let me help! Oh, Sophie. Sophie? I'm Ron Burgundy. Right? Since I got back from the South Shroud, I spent all my time studying the forces of nature. I even sat through one of Hiranolani's lectures. The 12-foot is crying out in pain. My skills are still a bit lacking in some areas, but I want to do what I can for the forest. Lacking? Sophie, you have yet to master a single offensive spell. Without the means to defend yourself, it would be far too dangerous to send you off into the forest alone. So I am to stay here then? Not necessarily. Jack, with your consent, I would have Sophie accompany you once more. I do not propose this arrangement solely with her safety. Given the nature of the investigation, it is like that Sophie's innate talent for hearing will prove as useful to you as your conjuring will to her. There is much you might accomplish together. I will have to pick this back up again. Punch it, Chewie! Packed with goo. Help! Pick up the... Thank you! Welcome. That guys, they were chasing me down. Punch it. Punch it! Alright, now we gotta punch it through. Alright, stealthy thing. And then he's gonna ask me if I could take it with me and babysit again. There is much you might accomplish together. Okay. Sophie, you are not to approach any sources of corruption without Jack at your side. Do I make myself clear? And should you chance to encounter the origin of these disturbances, do not initiate a confrontation. Too often you allow your curiosity to overwhelm your good sense. Now go, and may the elementals watch over you. Yes, good master. Something tells me we should start at Quarry Mill in the South Shroud. Meet me there as soon as you can, Jack. And hurry, the corruption is spreading. Got all these right now. We gotta go. Oh yeah, so we still got Olaf. Where's this taking me? Right there. I'm gonna run out that gate. Whoa, gate. There you go. That's this. It just gives me access to that gate. This is South Shroud, right? But we've already been here. I remember walking down there. Let's go take care of this real quick. And then we can head to the camera. Levemente. Same thing that you start them up. Right? Got $22,000. I need more. Not enough money. Not if you're trying to get a house. Pacification. Bum. Success. Thank you, sir. Let's knock that one out of the way real quick. Now. Oh. And then yeah, that was north of Aliport, right? And then that's when you could have gone. But you're gonna go through all these things, I think. Yeah, footballs, uppercut. Like you're gonna have to run through here at some point. I think that's how that works. 'Cause the book kind of follows the main quest. Jathanthale. Jathanale. Interacting with. Oh! Stay back, Sophie! I have to throw stones at the stone. That was brilliant, Jack. But it was only the start. The forest still groans in pain. I can hear it. I think it's coming from the north. No, the northeast. Let's go and have a look. Yes, ma'am. Uh, well, no one likes you, Booster. Because I drew a little aggro. You're doing really well, Jack. But I think there's another one, and well, it calls to me even more fervently than the last. It's to the east, I think. Yes, to the east. Where are you? There you are. Cool place. I like cool. Well, nice work. The earth here feels healed, and yet there's another disturbance, and it's big, really big. It's hard to describe, but it feels sort of wronger, I think. I think it might be what's causing all of this. I know Brew that I said we weren't to confront it, but we can't just let it corrupt the rest of the forest. And however powerful it is, it can't be any more powerful than you. You're amazing. What I meant to say is I'm willing to risk a scolding if you are. It's not far from here, somewhere to the southeast, I think. Should we at least have a closer look? I mean, he said not to do it. He said. So here we go. Oh, gonna do these for the book. I guess I don't have a line of sight because of that campfire. Are you telling me that doesn't let me? route up the path, which is over here, but we go through here at some point. I know that we do through the northwest. Let's do it. I don't think you need to be able to hear the voices of the forest to notice that, do you, Jack? The corruption is definitely coming from somewhere around here. That's odd. As soon as we arrived, that sense of wrongness I had suddenly felt less, well, it just felt less. It's almost as if it's holding its breath, or hiding. Do you see that? Just in that one spot there, the air seems wrong. Ah! It's like a void nest. He's throwing stones! Get it, Sophie! You got this! You could do this! Take that out. Hidden house. You got a reason. I want my regain. Ah. Yep. Ah. She can't do crap. She sucks. Come on, Sylvie. Wish I had like an AoE. Heal, you fool! She sucks, dude. She's terrible. Sophie sucks ass. She's terrible. Just put dots on them and then heal myself up, right? Alright. She can't do shit, man. Focus him. Get him, Sophie. We're just gonna put dots on these things. Take these out. Dude, this is terrible. You should just be healing me and not attacking. Like, what a fucking retard. You can't do it. So terrible. Like, they should at least... This is dumb. They need to retune these things. You're a fucking healer. I swear, sometimes devs don't play their games. Those cheeky bastards. Thank you. That's so dumb. Run away! No AoEs, but we're gonna do that. Give me an AoE earlier. Fuck. She's dead. Isn't it amazing, Jack? Did the breeze always feel this good? Was the ground always this warm? I'm so glad I finally understand. I just wish I could tell my mother how incredible nature feels. Oh, you're injured. Here. Thank you, Sophie. Don't worry, healing doesn't drain me anymore. Not since I learned how to borrow from nature. And I have you to thank for that. Let's return to the guild. We have to explain everything to Brother Isumi. Brother Isumi, huh? Welcome back, Jack. Sophie. Our mission was a success, Guildmaster. Quite. I take it the two of you inspired you to defy my orders? Yeah. Well, the forest is suffering. We couldn't just walk away. And it's not Jack's fault, it's mine. It was all my idea. I take full responsibility. Calm yourself, child. You did nothing I did not foresee. I am of no mind to lecture you. Indeed, Gridania is indebted to you for your heroic deeds. The corruption born of Akamon had taken root in the calamity-weakened soil. There is no telling how much further it might have spread if you had not defeated the creature. And if I am not mistaken, Sophie, you succeeded in drawing upon the energies of nature during the battle. How did you... Yes, I did. I'm not really sure how it happened. I remember thinking how badly I wanted to help Jack, and then I suddenly felt the power surging through me. That is as it should be. One does not simply choose to borrow from nature's strength. The mind may command only that which the heart permits. In your desperation to help your friend, you opened your heart to nature, and nature responded to your needs. But we must not forget your part in this, Jack. It is clear to me that your journey with Sophie has brought you still closer to the pinnacle of our art. I believe you are ready for the last of my teaching. That it is with great pleasure that I pass on another of our guild's magic. A more potent form of the cure spell is now yours to command. I have no doubt that it will serve you well in your continuing endeavors. Wheresoever you go, nature will go with you, my friend. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall and the wind guide your path. Thank you. Nice. Got tier 2. Tier 2 will take tier 1's place. Tier 1 can go here for now. Some dungeons I would use. Right. If I go any lower. I can't pick up anything else. I guess I gotta get further in the story. Now go to 10. We gotta go down here to Bentwood. I'm already 33. We're on what? And then this one's like, yeah, level. And then plus you got level 60. You're Jack Rabbit, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already formed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Would do. A 9-inch. Hey, Digimon? Yeah, Digimon. Yeah, Digimons? That looks like one of Digimon. Oh. No chest, no nothing. Get him! Hurt him! Hurt him! That's one orb. Punch it! Doesn't seem to be bleeding as fast. Get a couple hits in. Interesting. Got a dragoon unlocking it. Nice. Have those. Yes. It's not bleeding too bad. Nice. bad. Like being in these lower things and having to use cure right now. And I know that I'm gonna be not using it. To like hopefully the combat evolved redoes this crap. You don't have to like mess with it ever again. Or they lean into that free cure off of using cure type stuff. Then I'll win all this stuff. Right. Bum bum bada bum. The light of the potent orb fades. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? Squidbilly, huh? This platoon. Nice. What do you think? The Squidbilly. The frog. Catboard. We did it. Now we can go back to Mama Maglione. It's fun. The content, I like that because this is the only way you can get this kind of stuff, like being a healer, is like this content type stuff in games. Single player, it's not really a need for it. Although some JRPGs could make your character a healer, right? But usually you're going to be a damage dealer or something, and you work around that. But what is that? Cool. Robot. Welcome back, Jack. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the deep crop was a success, nor did I expect anything less. You made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she is surprised. Lord Lowen asked me to pass on this thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Avir's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. Oh, bro. Like a personal attack. Sniff. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell, yeah? He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah. To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if never to see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just, get rid of it, alright? She's carrying around a severed head. Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Avir, please forgive me. Yeah, you need to, like, get rid of that severed head. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I could send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. So you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. Gundava. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Jack, and good luck. The deal in the desert. Alchemist Guild. Go with that first. And then we'll go to what's her name to continue. Yeah. I'm gonna give it. Now we go to here. Turn that fan a bit. Let's go. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale? Are you called Jack Rabbit, by any chance? Yes, ma'am. Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. He's so little. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Swarm. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Jack of this mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbill Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities at the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors included the collapse of the mines' lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about the Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There would be no mining at Copperbell so as long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. And I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great. And so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Will do. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know, Copperbell Mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? And the one last thing before you depart. As an employee of Amalja and Sons is presently at the quicksand, the fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows the Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Painted Mesa? Hi. Put you here. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheires left the place in a ripe state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ui dynasty was still young. Yule dynasty, probably? And it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We know full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried underneath a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we could subdue them, the nation's glory recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build it. The stone torches to keep a watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. I will take this. Put there. Here. Go do that. Go do that. You need to keep these things. Another blue quest over here. But we're gonna go do a ticket. Oh wait, this is no pick. Wait, we should pick them up. It could happen to you. Do be careful with those. Break anything and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg pardon? What is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not so small fortune in prizes ably won by yours truly in the golden saucer. You have heard of the gold saucer? Nay. Ye gads, man. You might at least try to keep up with the time. It's only the Sultanate's newest and finest place of entertainment. Thrilled to the sight of majestic birds roaring down the straits at the chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers at the triple triad tables. At the gold saucer, one can do all this and more. And if you know what you're about, you'll walk out a wealthier man than you entered. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of promenading? Okay, I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? Wink, wink, nod, nod. Okay. But I dare say you would rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how, in Thod's good name, you can experience the wonders of the gold saucer firsthand. Am I right or am I right? Ha, I thought as much. Well, since this has been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. It just so happened to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see? Consider it a gift from one eligible young man about town to another. Just show that ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over at the landing, and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though. You may expect no mercy from me should our paths cross at the triple triad table. Nay, not so much as an ounce. We gotta go to the airship landing. This is the reception desk for flights bound for the Mandeville Gold Saucer. Before proceeding, I must ask that you submit your ticket for inspection. You do have a ticket, yes? Yes, ma'am. It appears that everything is in order. An airship will be departing shortly before the next bell. Shall I reserve a seat for you? Yeah, this place, I remember. This is like a little damn thing. I am not good at Mahjong. I can't figure it out. I've never really sat down outside of the game. I don't know if it runs differently in this Mahjong than real life. I've never really tried that board game. Football races. The music is so catchy in this game. Welcome, honored guests, to the Mandeville Gold Saucer, where your wildest dreams are ever but a card or a chocobo's beak away from coming true. If this is your first visit, nothing would please us more than to give you a full tour of our establishment, that you might enjoy its wonders to the fullest. At the conclusion of the tour, it is our custom to offer our esteemed patrons a complimentary gift straight from the vaults of our illustrious proprietor himself. Consider it Lord Vanderbilt's way of personally thanking you for your patronage. Should you wish to take the tour, please proceed to the main counter over there and speak with the receptionist. On behalf of the management, may I take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Gold Saucer. Rest assured, my colleagues and I will spare no effort in seeing that your visit is a pleasant and profitable one. May fortune smile upon you. Funny girls, okay. I see. They got, outfits on. Into all these things too. Welcome, traveler, to the Gold Saucer. This is the main counter where you can purchase tickets for the mini jackpot, acquire and redeem Vanderbilt Gold Saucer points, and much, much more. But what in the world are Vanderbilt Gold Saucer points, I hear you cry? A most astute question, and one which I shall be only too happy to answer. But first, if I may direct your gaze to your left. Beyond those majestic gates, you will find Chocobo Square, home to the Chocobo Racing Circuit. Aye, what Chocobo owner has not dreamed of pitting their fleetest bird against the realm's finest in a post-quickening dash for fame and fortune? Truly, it is the sport of sultan. Should you desire a more elaborate contest of strategy, you will surely find it in Minion Square at the Lord of Verminion table, where would-be generals pit armies of minions against one another in battles for honor. I like this. Now, where are we? Ah, yes, Manderville Gold Saucer Point. But simply, MGP, as we call it for short, is the currency by which dreams are bought and sold within these halls. But my associate here beside me can tell you more, including how to go about acquiring from an MGP of your very own. Pray, speak with him to continue your tour. Thank you. So you're about to experience the wonders of the Gold Saucer for the first time? How I envy you. Ah, but before you venture forth, you will want to exchange a share of your guild to MGP. Your guild for MGP, a service which is my great honor to provide. With MGP in your coin purse, you'll be able to enjoy all of the fabulous attractions we have to offer, and all of the wonderful games. If you play them with skill, you'll find your little stack of points increasing 10, 20, even 100-fold. Now that you know the fundamentals, you're ready to step out onto the floor of the Gold Saucer. Your tour will continue at Card Square to the southwest. The card trader there will be your guide. I would, of course, be happy to exchange some of your guild for MGP before you venture on. While my associates and I strive to leave nothing unexplained, there truly is no substitute for first-hand experience, and I heartily recommend trying your hand at our many amusements for yourself. Now we got MGP. I think this one was pretty good. Well, aren't you a handsome one? Welcome to the Card Square, home of the Triple Triad tables. What's Triple Triad, you ask? Why, only the mind-bending, pulse-pounding, maddeningly Moorish card game that's taken the realm by storm. But don't take my word for it. Behold! Can you not feel the tension in the air? Form a hand of 5 cards and play the role of a field general sending your bravest into battle. Should you wish to learn the rules and experience the excitement for yourself, you need only ask. Start today, and we'll even throw in some complimentary cards to help you on your way. Sorry. You can face off against a single opponent at any time, or if you crave an even greater test of your skills, take part in one of our regular attorneys. And believe me when I tell you, there's no feeling quite like standing triumphant on the battlefield after vanquishing all comers. You really should try it. A minute to learn, a lifetime to master. That's Triple Triad. Ah, but I'm getting carried away. You have a tour to finish. Wonder Square is your next destination. Not that there's any hurry, of course. If you'd like to play a hand or two before you go, you need but say the word. Man, this is a fun one. I think this one's fun. Triple Triad has taken Eorzea by storm. Care to try your hand at this interesting new card game? Yeah. And so another challenger is born. Welcome to the world of Triple Triad, where you pit your cards against an opponent's intense battle of skill, strategy, and the odds of luck. And here at the Manderville Gold Saucer, I am pleased to present all new players with the cards they need to get started. To play a match, however, first you'll need to build a deck composed of 5 cards from your registered card pool. Oh, and I suggest speaking with the nearby triple triad trader should you wish to expand your card collection. You're now able to challenge a book. Ah, go to perfect place, I guess. Beyond this door lies Chocobo Square and Minion Square. Let's go. A lot of blue quests. Game's starting to ramp up. You want to be a job. Are you content to merely amble through life, shuffling forward step by step at a snail's pace? Imagine the wind in your hair as you cross the finish line atop a chocobo. The thrill of competition and the joy of triumph. Would that not be far, far greater? Ah, but that you are here bespeaks desire already present. Bespeaks desire already present, does it not? Aye, I think this eve a new jockey will be received. Right. Alas, a jockey cannot compete without a suitable steed, a race chocobo to be precise. Mayhap you think to nominate your own personable chocobo. If so, strike the thought from your mind at once, for only a chocobo trained for the task will suffice. But fear not, my friend, for it so happens we have a surplus of fledglings in need of new companions. In fact, to any who wish to don the mantle of chocobo jockey, the Vanderbilt Gold Saucer will generously gift a race chocobo. You need only journey to Moogle's gift mounts in Brent Bench Meadows, where fledgling race chocobos receive their initial training. Make your intentions known to the trainer named Catering, and she will see you matched with a suitable steed. Go all the way back to Brent Bench Meadows. Let's go back here at some point. There's a tournament going on. I know. I dressed precisely as I was told. To receive such a dreadful score, not to mention the humiliating criticism. You wish to know what's bothering me? That is well, for I wish to unburden myself. I've been having a frustrating time with the fashion report, the challenge they recently introduced. Yes, I, who can play any game where blindfolded and spun around, struggle with it. To be fair to myself, though, it has a subjective element. If you have a mind for fashion, perhaps you would like to try your hand at the challenge. Go to Wonder Square and seek out masked ropes, but be warned, the barbs on the man's tongue have barbs on roaches. This other one. How dare they claim it wasn't a proper Yaku? Do they know a winning hand when they see one? I don't know what those words mean. Yes, what do you want? I'm afraid you found me in a rather foul mood. I've had a run of poor luck with that new game, Rajan. I hear it's all the rage in Doma, although it seems the Gold Saucer's clientele struggle to wrap their feeble minds around its intricacies. With the endless supply of shameless cheats and bumbling novices, I've yet to find a decent opponent. Perhaps you would provide me with more of a challenge, yes? Some fresh meat would be just what I need. Run along to the Vanderbilt tables and get yourself acquainted with the basics, would you? Welcome, third champion. You can buy mini cacti. Use that to get one letter. Okay. Purchase the mini. Come one, come all. Drawing number 4733 of the mini Catpot is here. Care to try your luck with a ticket, sir? Yeah. Mini Catpot rules are simple. First, you select 3 numbers from the 8 hidden on your ticket. Next, you select one of 8 lines, vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. So we're trying to get 6, right? 4, 7. This one. So another one. I think they said you get 3. This one. All right, last chance. 3. 119. That's good. Start making a round. You look lost, honey. Why don't I show you around? I've been dying for some company, wink wink. Feast your eyes on Wonder Square. From gripping games and awe-inspiring attractions to the finest in fine dining and the freshest of refreshment. There's no end to the wonders housed within these halls. And let's not forget the most wondrous of them all, El Coloso, as we lovingly call our mammoth cactuar mascot. The star of some of our most popular events. Suffice it to say, you won't want to miss it. Now, I know what you're thinking. With everything going on at the Gold Saucer, how can I ever hope to keep up? But you needn't worry. My fellow gatekeepers and I will always be on hand to see that you don't miss a thing. For the continuation of your tour, I've been instructed to direct you into the waiting arms of my colleague, Valletta, at the Packpot Board. She's one of our most popular girls, and once you meet her, I'm sure you'll understand why. So, ta-ta for now. Ta-ta. Yeah. Listen, I'll have the money ready by next week, I swear. Oh, you're not a debt collector? What a pleasant surprise. In that case, you must be here to learn how to play Dolmen Mahjong. I am the resident tutor at your service. Are you by any chance familiar with the game? I know my pawn for my round. That's not the one where the loser drinks more bottles. Kami Forfend. Is that what passes for entertainment in Eorzea? Perhaps all those rumors about pirates and their drunken antics are true. Jeez. Anyway, Mahjong is a far gentler affair. 4 players sit around a table, collecting tiles and scoring points. Thankfully, you'll find there is no shortage of opponents against whom to pit your wits. If you prefer, you can even practice against automata. They gloat less than their flesh and blood counterparts, too. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. And may I say, I will be very interested to see how quickly you rise through the ranks here at the Gold Saucer. That guy in the background, that outfit is what? The duty finder is now over from Mahjong. Oh, a new challenger has come to put his stylistic sensibilities to the test. Welcome to the fashion report, good sir. Isn't that... What? Is everything quite alright? I fear you are mistaken. While I am flattered that you should confuse me with the greatest weaver the realm has ever seen, I am Mass Rose and no other kind. And if that was an attempt to flatter your way into my good graces, nice try, sir, but not even the Sultana herself can expect special treatment here. Now then, I believe this is your first time participating in the fashion report. Allow me to explain the concept and the rules. Fashion is a form of self-expression. What we wear without is a reflection of who we are within, be it a conscious effort or no. This choice brings our individuality to the fore. Some folk are drawn to vibrant colors. Others may favor a loose fit for comfort. And while 'tis well and good to dress to one's preferences, a man cannot prefer that which he does not know. The world of fashion is vast and at times daunting. But if we have the courage to take a step into the unknown, we may discover wonderful new ways of self-expression we had never considered. And 'tis for no other reason than to encourage folk to take that first step that I created this channel, the Fashion Report. The rules are simple. I shall assign you a theme based upon which you are to attire yourself to the best of your sensibilities. I shall then judge you and award you a score. Participating is free and there's a host of fabulous prizes to give you, courtesy of Manderville Manderville. If you wish to know the finer points of the game, my lovely assistant Kasumi shall attend. Fashion game. Endgame fashions really in there. I look forward to giving you my unadulterated, brutally honest evaluation of your fashion sense. Feel yourself and let me know when you are ready to undertake the challenge. But now we can do this fashion report. I heard this is a really good way to get every week to get a bunch of gear. We'll have to look into. There's probably prizes in here that we can definitely pull up. Take this one first. I guess I could have got this one first. I'm gonna drop that over there. I'm gonna been past it. Greetings, handsome. I've been waiting for you. I'm Galetta, and I'd like to personally welcome you to the store. The most spacious of all the areas of the Gold Saucer, Event Square is a veritable cornucopia of pleasure and delight. Doubtless the sizable stage in the middle of the square has caught your eye. This is the scene of some of our most sensational attractions, so don't be shy about taking center stage. And after the curtain has fallen, why not try changing your life forever? The Jumbo Jackpot. All you need is a handful of MGP and a head full of dreams. Just choose 4 numbers and cast your hopes to the heavens. You never know just when Nemea will smile down upon you. Now, as much as I've enjoyed getting to know you, I'm afraid it's time for us to part. The next and final leg of your tour takes you to Rand Square. Don't think too hard about the name guard, even if I'm not sure it's supposed to make sense. Welcome to the Jumbo Jackpot, where Eorzea of your dreams is only 4 digits away. Can I tempt you with a ticket? Excellent. Let me enlighten you as to how it works. First, you purchase a ticket, then you pick your 4 lucky numbers, from 0 to 9 that tickle your fancy, and inscribe them upon your ticket. After that, simply wait till we announce the winning number to see if you have any matches. Check your digits from last to first. The more matches you have, the more Manderville Gold Saucer points you will win. If all your numbers match, then ding, 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 you hit the jackpot. And you receive an embarrassing large number of MGP and an extravagant prize beside. And with the Jumbo Jackpot, the more participants there are, the grander the prizes become. Just imagine how many MGP you'll stand to win if all your friends and allies join in the fun. When the time comes to draw the winning number, look no further than the lovely Jackpot cashier. She'll provide you with everything from first prize to consolation. But last but not least, I will be here to assist you day or night if you're ever alone. Okay. I'm going to give you another voucher to use. Welcome to drawing number 675 of the Jumbo Jackpot. Can I interest you in a ticket to fame and fortune? Pick our numbers, randomize it. That looks good. Another one. That is good. have they got? Wow. That one looks good. Yeah, now we have to go. People hugging. It's like a hug 'em up. Yeah. Are you the first time visitor I was told to expect? 1,000 welcomes to the Gold Saucer and 1,000 welcomes to Round Square. How can a square be round, you ask? I'm not sure I understand the question. Moving on to more important matters, is that lofty peak not a sight to behold? This is Mount Corel, the main attraction here at Round Square. One of our most thrilling events pits our customers against each other in a challenge to see who can most swiftly scale its height. I tell you, the view from the summit is a sight to behold. Not even that tall. And that concludes your tour of the Gold Saucer. While I'm sure you're eager to start enjoying yourself, pray do not forget to return to the main counter and claim your complimentary gift. Touching the butt. Now we can take this one back to the nice little detour. We unlocked it. Welcome back, honored guests. Trust that you come away from the tour with a greater appreciation of all the Gold Saucer has to offer. As a token of our appreciation for your patronage, it is my great pleasure to offer you a complimentary gift from the personal vault of our esteemed proprietor. Well, knock me down with a Chocobo's tail feather. Is that a new customer I see? Haha, I could hardly have picked a better time to drop in for an impromptu expense. That's the guy. That must be the guy. This guy is crazy. But Master Roland, yes, this gentleman here has, but this moment completed his introductory tour. Is that so? Well then, allow me to personally welcome you to the Gold Saucer. I am Roland, good sir, the fellow entrusted with overseeing the daily affairs of this fine establishment, on behalf of our esteemed proprietor. A great man, if ever there was one. You are an adventurer, yes? Aye, your dress and bearing told me as much. I dare say, then that on your travels you have seen firsthand the difficulties which yet plague our nation. Witness the struggles of Alamigo's displaced masters, and those whose homes were consumed in the fires of the calamity. The Sultanate is not unsympathetic to their plight, of course, yet how can one begin to provide succor to such countless multitudes? One man had an answer. Godbert Mandeville had a dream of a house of untold wonders that would provide stable employment and lodgings to the displaced, mirth and merriment to the disconsolate, and prosperity and plenty to the Sultanate at large. To many of our patrons, the Gold Saucer is merely Eorzea's foremost entertainment venue, a place to forget about their cares for the day. To me, it is one of the founding stones upon which our realm was rebuilt, a miracle wrought by the hand of the greatest man I have ever known. Something tells me you understand that which I have told you, that you perchance share a similar dream. But I shall keep you no longer. The Gold Saucer and all its wonders await you, friends. Pray enjoy them to your heart's content. Till we meet again, may the spinner's pool be ever kind. That's it. We'll do this real quick. Real quick. We can pick up this for the Chocobo racing. Oh, that's neat. Hope you're doing good. Another one for the races, eh? Welcome. Once you've made your decision, I'll prepare the registration form you'll need to take back to the race counter. Lest you worry, our Chocobos are all quality stock. They might not seem like much at first, being young and inexperienced, but give them a chance and they'll win you a championship. So no forms can be purchased from the many. The boy one. You're still here? I reckoned you'd have run off by now, being eager to try your hand at the races and whatnot. Well, and in case you've forgotten, I'll reiterate, you need to deliver that form to the race counter and go outside. Only then will you be allowed to enter sanctioned chocobo racing. Now we gotta go back to the It's funny it took you to the city so that you could take the airship back. I think if you were gonna be like a little more role playing, that would be cool. But teleports are a part of this like world, so kind of pointless. I think for airship. I need to get over there so that you can like link up with it. Our promising new jockey returns, bearing his fledgling Chocobo's registration form, I trust. But of course, one so keen to join the ranks of honored champions would not be so foolish as to misplace essential documentation. Our race Chocobo trainer is responsible for registering new fledglings. Present your form to her and she will guide you through the process. And when that final bureaucratic hurdle hath been surmounted, return to me, and I shall arrange your debut. Okay. Now we gotta go back to the train. Never did with that one. Others. Eorzea, proper nouns, English titles. And then turn this in real quick, and then we can continue copying. Let's just knock these out. Keep it going. Get it out of the way, right? There's an onset. Okay. Could this be? Yes, I could feel it. The light returns to my eyes. Power courses through my fingers. I live. All right, buddy, you're like really excited about that. And as I live, this unspeakable embodiment of ugliness must die. Begone, foul demon. Yeah, he just called her straight up ugly. She looks ridiculous. And so I asked, how do you feel, madame? Why, it's as if in but a single magnificent moment I traveled beyond the void and returned to life as the embodiment of all that is beautiful in this world. Could it be? Yes, it must. How else to explain such power? You are the one whose coming was foretold. Yes, you are the esthetician. In the flesh, madame, I am Jandalane, crafter of pilfers so divine that Menfina herself doth begrudge my clientele their beauty. But let us speak of you, madame, for where a moment ago stood a fashion challenge from, now there stands a beauty reborn. This guy's ridiculous. He's insulting her like... and you are the one I must thank for reviving my soul, that I might once again bestow my gifts on a realm bereft of beauty, a kindness I intend to repay in full. Do you fear that your own hairstyle is becoming passé? Fear the specter of gaff, unwillingness, ugliness threatening to consume you? Fear not, friend, for it shall not survive my wrath. What's this? As the dam before you, as this very realm we all call home. From an abyss of unfathomable dreadness you shall rise anew. My clients have been known to make reservations moons, even years in advance, but you shall know no such trouble. No, for proving a staunch ally to good taste when all others turn a blind eye, I'll gladly place myself at your beck and call. Yes, the next time you find yourself plagued by aesthetic ennui, right? You need only ring the crystal bell from the comfort of any inn room at which you have taken up lodging. Okay. Jandalane shall hasten to the scene. Yes, in a flash, the dreary, uninspired life you have heretofore known shall end. You shall travel to the realm beyond and return to us as a beauty reborn. This guy's ridiculous. I give you this as a token of the trust between us. Treasure it, for it is the key to a world of aesthetic wonders ordinary men shall never know. What is it? Here he goes. Oh, Master Jandalane, do come back. I have not made my next appointment. Now we can do that. On the horizon, so we need to go. Right. Copperville Mines. Leave. There. Running. Chocobo. I need one. Let me go touch this bud over here, and then we'll go. That way we can get this waypoint. Alright. What a name. keep an eye. There's been an incident inside Copperville Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecatonchires? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. I love the way it talks so bad. Well, that's a milk, right? Yeah. Got a black mage. Right? Cool. Dancing in there, right? See it all. Get the whole map, right? I think that's an achievement. You have to discover all the areas. Dots, more dots. More dots. It's all like single target, I think. We don't have really any AoEs, right? Maybe the newer classes get them when they started restructuring them different. We really don't have any AoE. Bomb. We all took like a roll. That was pretty fun. Bones. Keep throwing rocks. Baby. Health is still good. That's the one I'm wearing. This is block. Icarus Iron. Pretty crazy how easy they made this. The other one was kind of little flow going here. Hippo surf. Hippo surf. Like a dog with wings. He was coming from, trying to come after my bits. I like these couple geo things. Slaves, no more. Free, free. Stone. I like slide that. We're gonna be able to get saved really soon. Sage is my preferred class. I like a berry healer better than the regen healer. From our challenger, that counted for the foodie roulette dungeon theory, the foodie roulette special. Now we're back to painting nice, right? The adventurers guild. What's going on? About to fight? Ah, the conqueror of the Copper Bell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No. What's going on here? Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Oh, yeah. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. What? What a creep. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. They accuse her of stealing some food, even though she paid for it. Okay. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach them a lesson. They just assume she stole. You know what assumptions do? They make an upset of all of it, right? It's better to try to get some real facts first before you make assumptions. Bro. I got the biggest stone, brother. Well done. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye, thrice over. Oh, migraines. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. You wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support the community. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren, or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. But they tried to make the best of it. It was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is it the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Old Da has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, well, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? Ah, riffraff. Good word. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like? If you've no coin, you've no hope. Yep. And what will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloin. Get your dodo tenderloin. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanaland. Thank you for your custom, madame. Please come again. Yes, he says she bought it. Looking around, you think that Ildal was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Huh. Yeah, she bought it. Sir? Are you alright? Had a moment. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her, but that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Outnumbered and outclassed, bro. Grrr. I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless the adventurer. If he hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Case closed. Hello again. Hey, what's up, Ida? We have been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a gil by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventure. Of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the Roto meat. Huh. Yes, thank you. And then there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. Yeah, I'm having these like mind brains, man. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever we are able. Should you decide to take us up on your offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Toodles. Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She knows already. Scions of the Seventh. I'm gonna go talk to Momodi. Things like that are becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Now, of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. The women folk, man. Well, women folk. Ah, Jack. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventure. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer, Mionu said you'd be, Jack. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know her name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Hey, it's Ida. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing of your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a friend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I haven't done I find that I am inspired just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Jack Rabbit. Jack Rabbit. I shan't forget. Thank you, Jack. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Jack. What did you say? You want to know about the scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Jack. The scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how she reminds me of like a big mama type. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the scions of the Seventh. Do you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Odin. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people, who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Jack. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you probably can imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Danaland. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Jack, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them as helped you make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Great. Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Nice. Now we're off to the scion. Alright. Well, that was a nice good little stream. Came back from the weekend. I had stuff to do and I got more stuff to do. So we made some progress. There we go. The next time we're going to pick it up with the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And then I'll probably come back tonight, but I won't stream. I'll probably work on some stuff like the crafting or whatever. And then we'll pick up the main quest tomorrow morning. Yeah. What else? Yeah, Star Wars, like I said, after everything, I don't mind repeating myself. Star Wars later this month when it releases, the Star Wars XCOM, so it's fun, I think, hopefully. And, I think that's it, right? And then, like I said, next month with Aeon Dose, but we're gonna keep on this. This is fun. This could be a really good long-term kind of thing. I like it. Same game you can consistently play kind of, and then weave other things. But anywho, again, thank you for watching. Keep it pushing, always be pushing. Don't everybody tell you you can't do something. A lot of times we're our own worst enemy already, so try to give yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack. Life is already tough enough. And video games is the hobby, so try not to let yourself get mad about it. Just have fun. And as always, take it easy. Thanks again.